Okay, so for this week we were asked to choose a poetry book that had from the list of NCTE awards for excellence in children's poetry. The book I chose was on the 2018 Notable Poetry Book list, and it is called My Dad Rules the World, Poems, Poems About Dads. This book was written by Hope Anita Smith, and its illustrator is also Hope Anita Smith. Um, this book is published by Henry Holt and Company, a copyright date of 2017. It is the genre poetry, and it has 32 pages. This book would be good for children, younger children, age 5 to 8, or using in a school setting, kindergarten through third grade. This book is just a collection of poems featuring dads and their children. Um, there's mothers represented who are stay-at-home dads, um, fathers who are in the military, fathers teaching their kids new sports, or even just children kind of expressing how much they admire their dad. So it kind of helps create a lot of real life images that will hopefully hit home for some children or almost anybody who has like a kind of male role model. Um, this book has some pretty interesting illustrations, something not like I'd seen previously. And the illustrations you can see on the cover. Um, some, a little kid writing a letter. Um, these illustrations are created using torn paper to kind of create the illusion of like some images of people, silhouettes of people and situations. There also are a couple of spots where there's some like real life images, like there's some patterns that are not created with paper, but are instead like a bit photo of life that's been transposed on the image. Why is this good for children? I think this book is great because it shows a diverse group of diverse group of fathers and children. I also think the way the poems are written are very fun to read, especially for children. It makes children want to read them. They rhyme, they have a good message, and there's things in them that will help that almost any child will identify with. Um, like they may not identify with every poem, but there's something for that every child will kind of hit them in their feelings, and make them think about their dad. Um, I identify with this book because it reminded me of my own sons and my husband, and just kind of how my children view my husband. One in particular was a boy writing a letter to his dad about how much he misses his dad. That one struck a chord because my husband is in the military, and I had to have the conversation with my kids about how much they miss their dad and that their dad misses them. And so there's just it's easy to relate to and kind of look at the world through how our children see their fathers. Activities. Older kids could compose a poem about their dad, describing their dad, relationships with their dad, how they feel about their dad. Um, and then I know sometimes this is an issue, so if this could also not just be about dad. It could also be about someone positive in a kid's life, mom, grandma, teacher, in case it's a subject that's not we don't want to exclude anyone. Um, so writing a poem about someone you care or love about, preferably dad, but anyone would work. And then younger children who can't write could illustrate a picture with their dad or role model, family member. Um, Illustrate a picture of of the child doing a fun activity with that role model. Again, the book is My Dad Rules the World, Poems About Dad by Hope Smith. Hope Anita Smith. And thank you. Sorry about the voice too.